There is a look down at last year's British Cadet Champion, Macaulay Bishop. He's now moved into Mini X30. The look of focus on that young 12-year-old driver's face. He starts on the outside of row number 1. He stayed with the Paul Munn racing team as they have moved into Mini X30 for the first time. Here is a look at the next race and its starting lineup. It's Leo Robinson, the Anglo-Algerian driver for Fusion Motorsport, starting on pole position alongside Bishop. Spanswick and Hobson on row 2. Then it's Hassan and Swain row 3. Mimasi and Eschberg row 4. Jocelyn and Harfield row 5. Wiggins and Brown row 6. Truman and Behrman row 7. Lloyd and Cunningham are on row 8. Buckley and Turnbull row 9. Orridge and Morrison Jones row 10. Then it is Lewis Bird, Isaac Phelps, Cameron Pratt Thompson and Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans rounding out the field. 24 drivers, 1 rolling lap, 15 minutes. Leo Robinson won the pre-final this morning with ease. Macaulay Bishop had to fight tooth and nail for second position. They come out of Wilkins onto the start-finish line, and it's a false start. We will go around again.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to go ahead that time around. A little bit too spread out.
It was indeed. And welcome back,
Thank you.
Anthony Jordan. I've already told the viewers that you will be providing them with the post-race interviews at the end of each race.
Indeed, yes.
Congratulations on your promotion from the company. Well, it's a sideways promotion. You're now doing double duty, which basically means your legs are much fitter and fitter than mine, basically. That's where it is. So we're going to go around again. Beautiful weather, beautiful day to go kart racing. Robinson and Bishop on row 1. Then it is Spanswick and Jack Hobson. Jack Hobson, the number 6 seed from last year, moving over to the MLC Motorsport team. And it's Aidan Hassan for the Croc promotion team. Wesley Swain, last year's number 8. There is Wilkins corner. Out of Wilkins, onto the start-finish line. Robinson and Bishop, row number 1, lights are green, we're off and racing. Into Park Bend we go, and now on the brakes for Cafe Corner. 2 dozen karts go in, 2 dozen karts all come out facing the right way. Out onto Stratford Straight now, into Stratford hairpin. A lot of defending going on, but it's a good, clean start. 3 wides back in the pack. Those drivers need to sort themselves out. Robinson leads Bishop, Spanswick, the top 3. Then it is Aidan Hassan, the number 64 Croc Promotions driver, up a position. He's past Jack Hobson. Hobson back to 5th. Through Hanger Corner now, hard on the brakes for the run into Wilkins. The end of lap number 1. They cross the line. Robinson will now just try and break away as best he can. Last year, there's a move. Wesley Swain. Is that the 3rd Fusion kart? That is Wesley Swain passing Hardy Mamasi in the 44 kart, the Evolve Motorsport driver, falling back another couple of places as Swain. And there's a move as Eden Spanswick, the Anglo-Moldovan driver, slides at the inside of his teammate Macaulay Bishop. That is good for Eden Spanswick, but it's not great. In fact, no, Bishop holds on. Both drivers have got identical white crash helmets.
It was Bishop who made the lunge, so they managed to get past. So Spanswick got past before the start-finish line previously, and that was just Bishop making that move back again.
So, chopping and changing here, and there is Jack Hobson in 5th position now. The virtual championship coming up, and of course now the drivers score points. It's double points in the finals. Robinson, of course, leading the way at the moment. Bishop and Spanswick 2nd and 3rd in the point standings, but this is very early stages of the new season, but it's great to see what all these drivers are fighting for. Now, if a driver's name comes up in green, obviously they've gained a position in the championship on the previous lap. If a driver's name comes in red, they've dropped a position in the championship. Fantastic work from Motorsport Timing and our colleagues there to bring you this. It's as we saw last year, a lot of these championships not decided to the last lap of the last race of the season, so every point counts. Robinson leads, but now he's got a train of 4 karts in his wheel tracks. Line of start, the nose to tail they are, and they're closing in, and there's a move. Hobson passing Hassan. So Hobson for his new team, passing Hassan, who drives for his old team, into P number 4. Down towards Stratford Corner we go once again. This is now lap number 4, and Anthony Jordan, Leo Robinson, not having things all his own way just yet.
Not as of yet. So it was a clean start. He got away. He's not had to battle at all or anything like that. But he's not breaking away, and that's the fundamental thing. That what we've seen in previous, well, last year, of course, where he had his teammate Vinny Phillips alongside, they would always just push away, work together, and it would be
with Gabriel still normally in tow.
With Gabriel still usually in tow, and usually just nipping at their heels.
Nipping at their heels in the croc.
In the croc, yes.
Snapping at their heels.
Snapping at their heels, but not this year. So it's Leo all on his own this time, but he's still leading and
here
still
comes
pulling
Hobson.
away.
Hobson up the inside. He's passed both PMR drivers. Past Spanswick at Cafe Corner. He's now gone past Bishop, and Bishop has dropped back to behind his teammate. So the 69 kart of Spanswick. Now we got to go have a word with Paul, man. His two drivers, 69 and 68, almost identical numbers. They've got identical plain white crash helmets. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a commentator's nightmare.
It is.
Spanswick now passing Hobson. So great battle, and Leo Robinson is rubbing his hands with glee because look at the gap he's pulling out. Hobson, attack mode. Moves past Spanswick again, but Robinson suddenly finds himself with a gap of nearly 1 second.
Indeed, yes. All those scrapping that's happening, and this is what plays into the hands now.
Oh, and here we go. Change again at Stratford Hairpin. It's game on for second. Well, Leo Robinson, 5 runner-up finishes in this class. Has never won a race. He's never going to have a better opportunity than this because behind him they're going at it hammer and tongs.
Indeed they are, especially with still 10 minutes, over 10 minutes to go.
Yes.
You know, this is going to be a long race.
I mean, if they carry on like this, I'll mark my words, Leo Robinson will win this race by about 6 or 7 seconds. They need to calm themselves down, calm down, dear, then get into line and start working together.
Yeah.
You would have thought that the two PMR teammates, who were teammates in Cadet last year, would be working together. Now, Spanswick has got second place. Hobson and Wesley Swain now past Macaulay Bishop with Aidan Hassan, the 5th kart in this group, 6th on the road. Behind them, Hardy Mamassi runs 7th. Tommy Harfield for Coles Racing. Impressive for Tommy. He's come out of the Cadet Honda class. He's running an 8th. Then it's Henry Jocelyn, Brandon Truman, followed by Ashberg, Cunningham, Wiggins, Behrman, Morrison Jones, Lloyd, Phelps, Cucurello Yeomans, Orridge, Pratt Thompson, Bird, Buckley, Brown and Turnbull.
I think we need to turn the PA up slightly just so the drivers out on track can hear us. Every time you do an overtake or go side by side, you lose time to the man who's in the lead, Leo Robinson. It's now probably well over 2 seconds I'd have thought.
It is as they come down. So, well, Wesley Swain has made several moves there. He's managed to get past Bishop and Hassan and Hobson to move into 3rd position. Not only has he done that, he's now tried to push Spanswick, Ellen Spanswick, away.
Indeed he has.
Into Hang-Up Bend we go. And Aidan Hassan, number 64 for the Croc team, he's got to get that number 6 kart. Well, Aidan has got a choice to make now. Do I get rid or work with? Oh, there's Swain! I was going to say never the Swain can meet, but they did almost meet there as Spanswick, and as just looking at the Cower commentary box window, there was a little bit of door handling from some of the midfield drivers through Cafe Corner, but Spanswick in the middle of the track there, just sort of moseying around, not sure whether he wants to defend or not. That's just going to cost them time. Robinson's lead now is over 2 seconds. Through the Bruno chicane we go, and catching this group, that light green and white kart is the Evolve Motorsport number 44 of Toronto-born, Chippenham-based Hardy Mamassi.
Yes, so they're all kind of not overly spread out, but yeah, you can just see that big group. Down the inside goes Swain on Spanswick. Gets it done that time around again.
And Hobson follows him through.
He does, yes, indeed. So
there goes Hobson up the inside. Bosh into P3.
Yep, gets it done. So again, all those moves, look at that now. 2.7 seconds.
And there's a problem there. That's Tommy Harfield going into Aidan Hassan at Stratford Corner. Saw the Coles Racing car diving up the inside of Aidan Hassan. Hassan on the outside. Contact made on the exit of the corner. Hassan half spins. Macaulay Bishop, I was about to say, has dropped back a little bit. He's dropped back to 7th or 8th place.
So, disaster then in that front pack. Once was 6, now only 4, and now we've got 2 groups forming. You've got your leader way out in front, and then you've got these 4 battling. Now there's less of them.
Yes.
Hopefully, they'll all get into line.
Yeah, I mean,
focus.
we're at half distance. As you say that, no.
No.
No, no, no. They haven't listened, Anthony. They haven't listened to you.
No.
They haven't.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and nearly 3 seconds now, Leo Robinson's lead.
Yes.
I mean, his teammate is behind him, but of course, this is identical, equal equipment. And so Swain's not going to pull 3 seconds out of the bag, out of nothing. And I think that means that the slipstream, it does count for a lot. Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
A 5-second penalty for Hardy Mamasi. I'm not sure if that's for contact or for a start line infringement, but we'll have a little look. So Hardy Mamasi, at the moment, he's 4th on the road, but his penalty, as things stand, would drop him back to 15th. It would drop him back to 15th, which is not good. But of course, the more that the field spreads out, the more places he will gain after that penalty has been a thing. So there is, now the 4 karts on your screen, that is Macaulay Bishop leading the way. This is 6th, 7th, oh no, this is now 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th on your screen. Swain, Hobson, Mamasi and Spanswick. Then there's a gap back to Bishop, Harfield, Jocelyn and Brandon Truman. And there is Macaulay Bishop. So Bishop, again, still getting used to this kart. He started on the front row of the field and now has to really work hard to move back towards the front.
Yeah, it is very tough out there. You know, it's a brand new kart. You know, he's had the whole day to get used to it, but it's still only the first round.
And also the team is new to I mean, of course, they've got they've got good kit. They've got impressive. I've seen former world karting champion Colin Brown here in the paddock working with the Paul Munn Racing team as well. So that is something. But of course, you know, they're coming up against teams that have. They're coming up against teams that have been doing this class for years and years and years. Beating them in cadet is one thing. Beating them in the other classes can be quite another. Oh dear, that is Aidan Hassan, and the croc has dislocated its jaw by the looks of it.
It does look like a crocodile jaw as well, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a huge shame.
Yeah,
a huge shame for the young driver.
I think obviously Aidan has done very well. I think he won the cadet championship in Daniel Ricciardo series. He's done some mini rock racing in other championships. So he's come in very, very fast. But you know, this level of competition, you know, I think that maybe he got a bit upset or got a bit angry at a collision. The red mist descended, and that may have then he started to overdrive, desperately trying to regain, you know, lost time and what have you. And it's quite literally bitten him.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a huge shame when things like that happen. Oh, a 5-second.
Joey Brown for the
Joey
ST
Brown.
Racing team, John Stewart's team.
Big shame there.
Has got a penalty. Not sure if that was related. Now, Robinson's lead on lap number 15, 2.64 seconds. So Wesley Swain is inching back towards him. It's not going to be enough. Robinson's going to have some sort of either a kart failure or a brain failure to sort of make a mistake. Hardy Mamasi is now. Will he know that he's got a 5-second penalty? I'm not quite sure, because he is up into 3rd place. So currently he's on the podium with his 5-second penalty. At the moment, that would put him 7.9 seconds behind. That would put him down in 12th place rather.
Yeah.
So that if he starts defending, which of course he might do, he's going to slow himself down and cost himself more positions, even if he's not passed on the circuit. At the moment, he's catching back up to our 2nd place driver, Wesley Swain.
Right, now, just quickly.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the timing towers.
Right, yes.
I believe they heard the PA.
Yes,
They've stopped scrapping,
Oh, well done,
and they're
drivers.
closing that gap.
Yeah.
Now, fastest lap went to Jack Hobson last time around, 44.
And he's and he's not diving in on Hardy Mamasi.
He's not diving in. No,
he's
exactly.
pushing. 3 minutes plus a lap to go. They finally decide, you know, we've got a race to win here. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, exactly that. And what are we going to see it? There's quite a big gap. It was 2.7 seconds the other lap. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon.
Yep, they weren't listening. They were just catching their breath.
I was hoping
we're going to go again.
So much.
Yeah, we're going to go again. 2.5 seconds is now Robinson's lead. out of the Bruno chicane. Swain, the number 8 seed from last year, on course for potentially a first Mini X30 podium. Mimasi, first time in the class here. He's not going to finish on the podium. He's got that penalty, but he's trying to salvage a top 10 position. The third and final podium position is going to be disputed between Jack Hobson in kart number 8 and Eden Spanswick in kart number 69. Behind the top 5, Bishop runs in 6th, Jocelyn in 7th, Harfield 8th, Truman 9th, and Rylan Eschberg rounds out the top 10. Here comes Hardy Mimasi up into P2. Now, Mimasi currently 2.7 seconds behind the race leader. With that 5-second penalty, that puts him 7.7 seconds behind. It puts him down in 11th position. So the more he pushes, the further up the final finishing order after his penalty has been applied he goes. However, 90 seconds to go, he is now going to have to defend. That will slow them down and it might cost him more positions. There goes Swain back into P2.
Yeah, good defensive driving there. Now, I think it's got to that point now where that gap is far too big. They know that they're not going to catch in that time remaining.
Over. I mean, Leo Robinson, we're watching this battle for the final point. Here comes Eden Spanswick, but I mean, a quick word about Leo Robinson. Last year, Anthony, he was so impressive all year. Vinnie Phillips just pipped him every single time to the flag. He's got great support from the Algerian Motorsport Federation. I keep talking about it. I mean, it's great to see that this international world of karting, you know, they've thrown their weight of the Algerian Karting Federation behind Leo Robinson and his family, and they're supporting him. They're watching the live stream. Got a lot of good friends out in the Algerian karting. They're hugely enthusiastic, and they really think they've got a potential future Algerian star on their hands, and they have. And in 30 seconds plus a lap, he's about to win his first race in the British Kart Championship, Anthony.
Yeah.
But who is going to be second? Who knows?
Who knows? It could be any one of these fours. It could be Mimasi, it could be Spanswick, it could be Swain, it could be Hobson. We just don't know, but we're about to find out. 10 seconds left on the timer. Last lap board, will it come out this time? I'd be curious to know where Robinson is.
Yes, it will. Yeah, they're gonna get the last lap board next time around. The clock strikes 0 right about now. Here comes Robinson. There's the last lap board.
Yeah.
And here's the battle for second. Well, Mimasi, take Mimasi out of the equation. It's either Spanswick, Swain or Hobson. 2 out of 3 for the final 2 podium steps.
Oh, it's going to be close between these 4 drivers. What's going to happen as they exit out of the pits bend down the Stratford Straight? Who hugging that inside line into the hairpin, diving to the outside goes
Hobson.
Hobson for that one. Yeah, can't do anything there.
Cost him, though.
It did.
Mimasi still holding on. At the moment, though, it's second on the road is Mimasi. Third is Spanswick. Oh, Hobson runs wide. Hobson took it in far too deep. Going into Bruno chicane. It's now Eden Spanswick trying to make his way past Hardy Mimasi. Don't take each other out because Mimasi's going to get a penalty. Leo Robinson has crossed the line. Robinson wins in Mini X30. It's his first British Championship win after a year of finishing second. And there come the rest of the field across the line. Second place across the line, Hardy Mimasi, but he will get a penalty. Leo Robinson's final victory margin, 4.42 seconds. There are the drivers coming into this. There is the man, Leo Robinson. Anthony Jordan is sprinting down to the Parc Ferme area to have a chat with the number 2 seed, last year's vice champion, Leo Robinson. Mimasi finishing second on the road, but he's got a 5-second penalty. That will put him down to, I believe, 7th position. Eden Spanswick will take third on the road, second on the road. Then it's Wesley Swain on the podium, followed by Jack Hobson and Macaulay Bishop. They'll round out the top 5. Then it'll be Mimasi, I believe, in 6th, with Henry Jocelyn 7th, Eschberg in 8th, Cunningham 9th, and Ashton Wiggins rounding out the top 10 ahead of Brandon Truman, Tommy Harfield, Charlie Morrison-Jones, Taylor Orridge, Cameron Pratt-Thompson, Isaac Phelps, Lewis Bird, Joey Brown, Thomas Behrman, Miles Turnbull, Freddie Lloyd, Jack Buckley, and Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans. And there are the new Wera Tools branding. It looks an awful lot like a mini Formula 1. There is Sam Fugit, Leo's mechanic. Great performance there for Leo. Obviously, we're trying to maintain COVID compliance. We're going to push as they finished on the road. So Hardy and Massey will have second there at the moment, but then there will be time penalties applied. There is, unfortunately, there's a look at Anthony Jordan. Oh dear, sorry. He's far better looking than I am. That's why they do it, really. You know. There he is. Oh, what a man. What a man, DJ. And Anthony Jordan is now down on the pitch.
Thank you very much, Henry. An amazing final and, of course, a first race win for Leo Robinson in the finals of the British Kart Championship. Leo, after a dramatic last year, of course, with Vinny, but this year, finally, a race win. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully this year we can get a few more wins.
Well, it looked like an incredibly controlled race. You know, you were at the front, you pretty much stayed there, and the rest were battling all behind you. It looked like an easy one for you, but I suspect from your position it didn't feel easy, was it?
Yeah, I got the gap at the start and I managed to just pull away a bit out of the two, and then by then they couldn't catch me.
A nice controlled race for you in the car, looking in one piece, ready for the next round, of course, but nice to stand in front of that number one for a change, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Anyone you want to thank?
Yes, I'd like to thank my dad for taking me out here, all of the Algerian fans, yeah, and my mechanic Sam.
Excellent. Well, Leo Robinson, very well done for the start of the season.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff. Well, a dramatic end to the Mini X30s again. We saw great racing from them last year. Loads of things happening in that final, but of course, coming up next, it's Junior TKM.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next up is the trophy presentation for Mini X30 at the opening rounds of the 2021 Wera Tools British Kart Championship. Now, the top rookie finisher in the field was Ashton Wiggins in a fantastic 7th place. Sadly, he can't make it to the final podium presentation, but we'll make sure that he gets his trophy at the next round. But the top 6 now, and in 6th position, the leading privateer home. It's a great result for him in his 2nd year in the class. It goes to Rylan Eschberg. On to the top 3 now. The top 3 separated at the end by 7 seconds in what was a very, very exciting race. Finishing in 3rd position, making his way up onto the podium for the first time with his new team for 2021, it's MLC Motorsport's Jack Hobson. Top 2 now. Last year, Fusion Motorsport finished 1st and 2nd in 5 out of the 6 finals, with championship winner Vinnie Phillips eventually taking 5 wins. A new member of the Fusion Motorsport team makes their way onto the podium for the first time in the British Championship now, finishing in 2nd position. It's Wesley Swain. And now on to the Mini X30 race winner. 5 times a runner-up last year. Today, for the first time, he steps onto the top step of the podium. Along with his winning mechanic, Sam Fugic, please welcome Mini X30 winner Leo Robinson. Junior TKM next. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are your top 3 and your leading privateer home in the opening round of the 2021 Wera Tools Mini X30 Championships. Congratulations, drivers. Smart.